Hi, this is a video tutorial that's going to help you set up for an online training session. I'm going to take you step by step and show you how to set up your training space with whatever smart device you're using so that you have a convenient and enjoyable experience in your next virtual training session. First and foremost, I think the most important consideration is the ease and convenience at which you set up the smart device you're going to be using in the space that you'll be exercising. Now, what I mean by that is you're going to want to take into account two items or two considerations. One, that's the distance at which you will be standing doing your exercises in front of the camera, and then the height at which you'll place the camera at. What works really well is to be set up 8 feet distance from the camera and have the camera at about 4 feet height. Now, if you can see here, I've got the phone, or I have the phone set up in a horizontal position, so I have a wide field of view. The benefit of this is I don't have to ask you to stop doing an exercise and adjust the camera angle so they can see you on screen. We want convenience, ease of setup, and at the same time, we want to do the best that we can to avoid interruptions where we're making some camera adjustments. No matter what you're going to use, smartphone, your laptop, or your tablet, all three work well, but what I want you to take into consideration is the convenience and ease of setup with whatever device you use. All right, so in this part of the video, I just want to review and talk about some of the different devices that you can be using for your online virtual training session. And again, I want to remind you, think about convenience and ease of setup when you're using your equipment for your virtual training session. All right, so to get started, a laptop and a tablet work well. What you want to take into consideration is the placement and the setup of either the tablet or the laptop. And what I mean by that is oftentimes I may request that you adjust the angle so I can watch you doing an exercise that might require you to be on the floor. And what will happen is someone will adjust their laptop or their tablet. The tablet can be a little tricky, quite frankly, just by tilting it down. And that's a great idea, and that can work, but what often can happen is I end up seeing more of the table or the edge of the computer. So just keep in mind when you are thinking about using your laptop or your tablet, just put some thought in, okay, well, how am I going to make some appropriate angle adjustments with the camera so that you can be in the field of view? Okay, moving on, here's 3 different tripods. There's a Gobi tripod. I think this one works great. The legs are bendable, so you can easily sort of mount this on a shelf or take the legs, wrap them around a beam. If you're in the basement, you have some options with this specific tripod. This tripod here is a little one. It's great for traveling. And then I have a larger tripod over here. And I really like the larger tripod. And I'll get into more detail why and what I think are the benefits of that specific tripod. So first thing to take note, all of the tripods, in my experience, come with a universal mount at the top. That's where the little threaded portion is. And this is a webcam, and this tripod came with my GoPro. And they're interface well, they're interchangeable. Okay, so the threads match there. If I was to take the cradle that came with this larger tripod, that is interchangeable as well, and that will mount onto the Gobi. That will hold the phone. And so now I have an option there. So what I do want to show you and explain why I like this other tripod, very simply, when we keep in mind convenience of setup and ease of operation, you may have limited space. So using a tripod, a standalone tripod that has an adjustable height with helping you create the distances that I spoke of in the earlier video. This tripod, this setup will tend to take up less space. So if you can think about your training space and you're maybe trying to set your laptop or your maybe a smaller tripod on a desk or a table, that's taking up space in your training area. So I have found this tripod here is great because I can establish that 4 feet height without having to mount it on an object. And on top of it, because it's kind of long and skinny, it's going to stay out of the way. It's going to provide you some space. So very simply, again, to prove my point with setup and versatility, the mounts are interchangeable. And as I mentioned in the earlier part of this video, we want to create a horizontal field of view, a wide field of view. So if you take your smartphone, in this case, and I mount it sideways or horizontal, now I've got a nice horizontal field of view. So as I explained earlier in the video, as you're doing your exercises and you're moving throughout your space, you will be in the field of view so I can observe the accuracy at which you're performing your exercises. So one final note, please be familiar with the settings on your smart device that control the camera. So thank you for watching this video, and if you have any questions or you need help setting up for your next virtual training session, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. You can email me at emil@mindmovecoach.com, or you can go to my website, mindmovecoach.com, and contact me there. All right, good luck.